Look at you, rolling your expensive suitcase into the lobby, deeply inhaling that artificial lavender scent. You just handed over $300 a night to sleep in a glorified, luxurious Petri dish. You think that crisp, white bedsheet means you are safe? You think this room is a sterile sanctuary just because someone left a tiny mint on your pillow? Oh, my beautifully oblivious friend. You have just paid top dollar to swim in the biological residue of 1,000 strangers.
Today, we are tearing down the five-star facade to expose 30 disgusting hospitality secrets the maids are forced to keep. Let's see how well you sleep tonight once you know what is actually hiding in the dark. Welcome to the infection matrix. Fact 1. The luxury dirt paradox. You booked that expensive five-star suite, convinced paying top dollar guarantees a pristine sanctuary. Congratulations on funding your own biological nightmare. Empirical tests prove the exact opposite. Researchers swabbed high-touch surfaces across hotel tiers and found a terrifying inverse relationship. Luxury rooms are actually significantly dirtier than cheap motels. Why? Because five-star suites are packed with complex electronics and ornate decor that exhausted maids simply do not have time to disinfect. While you sip your overpriced champagne, you are literally lounging in a concentrated, premium-priced biological crossroad left by thousands of anonymous strangers. Fact 2. The fecal remote control. After a long flight, you crash onto the plush mattress and grab the TV remote to unwind. You might as well be shaking hands with a biohazard. Academic studies using NASA hygiene protocols reveal that hotel remotes are consistently contaminated with astronomical levels of fecal bacteria, often far exceeding the actual toilet seat. Between the rubber buttons lies a thriving colony of bacillus strains capable of causing severe gastrointestinal infections. Maids almost never sanitize these intricate devices during a rushed room turnover. So, as you casually browse the premium movie channels, you are directly transferring a highly concentrated dose of anonymous human waste right onto your fingertips. Fact 3. The light switch hazard. You reach over to turn off the bedside lamp, feeling completely relaxed in your dark, quiet room. Unfortunately, that main light switch is a microscopic nightmare. Rigorous swabbing tests indicate that bedside switches harbor an average of over 100 colony-forming units of fecal bacteria per cubic centimeter. For context, strict hospital standards allow a maximum of just 5. Every single person who has ever used that bathroom, scratched themselves, or sneezed has touched that exact same plastic toggle before going to sleep. You think you are just plunging the room into peaceful darkness, but you are actively rubbing your skin against a compressed, deeply unhygienic history of human filth. Fact 4. The telephone petri dish. You pick up the room telephone to order a late-night club sandwich from room service. As you speak directly into the mouthpiece, you are inhaling a deeply disturbing biological cocktail. Telephones in high-end suites are frequently coated with massive colonies of gram-positive cocci. These are aggressive pathogens heavily associated with severe skin infections and respiratory illnesses. Hundreds of previous guests have coughed, breathed heavily, and spoken moistly right into those tiny plastic perforations. During a hurried cleaning cycle, this device is completely ignored. So, while you casually request extra mayonnaise, you are essentially kissing a densely populated petri dish of anonymous bacteria. Fact 5. The 60-minute infection rule. You meticulously wash your hands upon entering the room, falsely believing you have secured your perimeter against foreign germs. Welcome to the 60-minute infection rule. Scientific studies demonstrate that viruses left on contaminated surfaces transfer to your fingertips within the very first hour of your stay. Because 9 out of 10 guests immediately touch the thermostat, handles, and switches with unwashed hands, the entire room functions as a highly efficient chain of transmission. By simply unpacking your suitcase and adjusting the air conditioning, you have already completely integrated your personal microbiome with the biological residue of the last 50 highly contagious occupants. Fact 6. The underwear kettle. You wake up early and decide to brew a hot cup of tea using the complimentary electric kettle provided on the desk. You assume boiling water sterilizes everything, right? It is a deeply flawed assumption. Hotel insiders continuously report that eccentric guests frequently use these kettles as makeshift washing machines to boil their dirty underwear, socks, and hygiene products. The boiling water does not magically disintegrate the synthetic fibers, laundry detergent residue, or dead skin cells that permanently bake onto the internal heating element. When you pour that steaming water into your delicate porcelain cup, you are drinking a warm, highly toxic, and deeply disturbing extract of strangers' laundry. Fact 7. The vomit ice bucket. You grab the elegant silver ice bucket from the dresser, planning to chill a bottle of wine for a romantic evening. Stop right there. That seemingly innocent container hides a horrifying secondary purpose. Hotel staff anonymously confess that ice buckets are overwhelmingly used by intoxicated guests as emergency vomit receptacles during severe hangovers, or simply as makeshift bedside toilets. Because maids are under extreme time pressure, that heavily abused bucket is usually just quickly rinsed out with tap water and wiped dry with a dirty rag. When you fill it with ice for your expensive drinks, you are chilling your beverages inside a poorly rinsed, multi-purpose biohazardous waste bin for drunk people. Fact 8. The pink slime ice machine. You walk down the hallway to the commercial ice machine, scoop out some fresh cubes, and drop them into your expensive whiskey. You just ruined your drink. Commercial hotel ice machines are dark, permanently damp environments that are rarely subjected to deep chemical maintenance. This creates a perfect incubator for pink slime, a dense biofilm composed of aggressive mold, fungi, and coliform bacteria. Microbiological experts frequently find that hotel ice contains more fecal indicators and potential norovirus strains than the water inside your room's toilet bowl. The satisfying clink of those ice cubes in your glass is actually the sound of you chilling your premium liquor with frozen plumbing sludge. Fact 9. Fecal cloud hairdryer. You step out of a hot shower and grab the wall-mounted hairdryer, expecting a blast of clean, comforting heat. You are about to blast your face with a fecal cloud. Hairdryers pull in surrounding bathroom air and violently expel it. Every time a previous guest flushed the toilet with the lid open, an aerosolized mist of microscopic human waste coated the room. This floating debris is relentlessly sucked right into the hairdryer's unprotected intake vents, where it bakes onto the heating coils. When you turn that machine on, you are projecting a high-velocity stream of warm, aerosolized fecal matter and dead skin directly onto your clean, wet hair. You are blow-drying yourself with a toilet exhaust fan. Fact 10. Tampered bulk dispensers. Hotels proudly advertise their new wall-mounted bulk shampoo dispensers as a wonderful victory for environmental sustainability. In reality, it is a massive biological vulnerability. Unlike sealed miniature bottles, these bulk pumps can be easily unscrewed by absolutely anyone. Psychopathic guests are known to tamper with these unsecured containers, adding everything from chemical hair removal creams to human urine straight into the soap supply. The rushing housekeeping staff has neither the time nor the equipment to test the chemical integrity of the liquid inside. As you lather that luxurious soap into your skin, you are trusting your entire physical well-being to the unpredictable sanity of a stranger.
10 facts down. Are you feeling a little itchy, my fragile friend? Go ahead, run to the bathroom and wash your hands. But remember, the maid polished that sink with the exact same rag she used to scrub the toilet bowl. There is absolutely no escape. You paid a premium price for the privilege of sleeping in a well-lit biological landfill, and the night is just getting started. Let's dive a little deeper into the economics of this beautiful illusion.
Fact 11. The 15-minute cleaning myth. Housekeeping is an optical illusion. You think a maid spent an hour deeply sanitizing your room. In reality, aggressive hospitality economics dictate a strict 15 to 30-minute turnover window. Effective, hospital-grade disinfectants require a minimum dwell time of 10 minutes to actually break down viral cell walls. Housekeepers under extreme corporate pressure simply cannot wait. They perform visual cleaning, rapidly wiping away obvious dust and vacuuming the center of the rug, while leaving microscopic pathogens completely intact. You are not sleeping in a chemically sanitized environment. You are renting a hastily reorganized room where the invisible biological threats are just politely rearranged. Fact 12. The bioreactor maid cart. That heavy housekeeping cart rolling down the hallway looks like a beacon of cleanliness. It is actually a mobile biological reactor. University researchers swabbed cleaning tools and discovered that the sponges and mops moving from room to room harbor the absolute highest levels of bacterial contamination. Under extreme time constraints, procedural discipline collapses. The exact same sponge used to scrub feces off a toilet in room 402 is immediately used to wipe down the bathroom sink and polish the drinking glasses in 403. The Maids cart effectively homogenizes the bacterial profile of the entire hotel floor, systematically transferring raw human waste directly into your personal dining area. Fact 13. The universal toilet rag. You admire the spotless, gleaming mirrors in your luxury bathroom, completely unaware of the horrifying technique used to achieve that shine. Hidden camera investigations frequently catch desperate, overworked staff using a single universal rag. They wipe the rim of the toilet, spray some harsh chemical, and then use that exact same damp, soiled cloth to dry the shower walls and polish the bathroom counter. Sometimes, they even use a discarded bath towel left on the floor by the previous guest to dry the water glasses. That pristine shine you admire is just a very thin, perfectly distributed glaze of fecal matter and chemical residue. Your morning routine is taking place on a beautifully polished bacterial highway. Fact 14. The lint roller shortcut. Slipping into a tightly made hotel bed is one of life's simple pleasures. But what if those crisp, white sheets were never actually changed? Anonymous hotel workers regularly confess to a terrifying time-saving tactic known as the infamous lint roller shortcut. If a guest checks out early and the bed does not look noticeably crumpled, an exhausted maid might simply pull the covers tight and run a sticky lint roller over the fabric to remove any obvious foreign hair. They spray a heavy dose of artificial linen freshener to mask the smell of stale sweat and leave the room. You are paying $300 a night to sleep intimately wrapped in the unwashed biological debris and dead skin cells of a total stranger. Fact 15. The unwashed bedspread. You walk into a beautifully decorated suite and immediately toss your suitcase onto that heavy, patterned bedspread. That thick blanket is the most dangerous fabric in the entire room. While thin sheets are washed daily, massive comforters and decorative blankets are a logistical nightmare for hotel laundries. Industry insiders admit these heavy covers are only washed a few times a year, or exclusively when they feature a massive, highly visible bodily fluid stain. They act like giant sponges, passively absorbing the sweat, tears, and intimate fluids of hundreds of passing tourists. The very first thing you should do upon entering a luxury suite is throw that toxic, unwashed decorative blanket onto the floor. Fact 16. The dark number. You view a hotel as a place of relaxation and joy, but statistically, they harbor a much darker reality. The intense privacy and total anonymity of a rented room make it a global magnet for severe, unforeseen medical emergencies and catastrophic personal events. Due to the sheer volume of passing guests, these rooms frequently host incidents that require intense, immediate first responder intervention. People check in to escape the world, and sometimes they simply never check out. Behind the cheerful lobby music and smiling concierge desk, the hospitality industry quietly manages a constant, hidden pipeline of profound human tragedy. Your peaceful vacation sanctuary has likely hosted the absolute darkest day of someone else's life. Fact 17. The ghost room. When a severe medical incident happens in a room, You assume the space is permanently closed or entirely rebuilt. Think again. Once the authorities clear the scene, hotel management hires specialized crews to aggressively scrub the area. However, severe biological incidents are deeply destructive. Post-incident biohazards easily seep straight through the expensive mattress, soaking deep into the carpet padding and wooden subfloor. Even after tearing out the ruined fabrics and blasting the air with powerful ozone generators to neutralize the lingering chemical and biological odors, the structural bones of the room remember. Just a few hours after the trauma crew leaves, management quietly unlocks the door, and you check right into a recycled tragedy. Fact 18. Legionnaires in the vents. You turn on the room's air conditioning, relishing the cold blast of air on a sweltering summer day. That refreshing breeze could be carrying a lethal pathogen. Massive hotel cooling towers and complex plumbing networks create the absolute perfect warm water incubator for Legionella bacteria. When these silent bacteria colonize a hotel's decorative lobby fountain or centralized air system, they become aerosolized into a microscopic, invisible mist. Inhaling these tiny droplets can trigger Legionnaire's disease, a severe and highly fatal form of atypical pneumonia. You think you are just enjoying some premium climate control, but you are actually breathing in a highly weaponized, deadly bacterial aerosol. Fact 19. The silent carbon monoxide killer. You sleep deeply in your expensive hotel bed, completely unaware of the invisible toxic gas slowly filling the room. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless killer generated by faulty pool heaters, aging boilers, and poorly ventilated exhaust systems hidden deep in the hotel's basement. Shockingly, the vast majority of jurisdictions do not legally require hotels to install basic carbon monoxide detectors in individual guest rooms. When a leak happens, guests simply experience a dull headache, fall asleep, and never wake up. Emergency responders routinely misdiagnose these quiet tragedies as food poisoning or travel exhaustion. Your luxurious vacation suite can effortlessly transform into a silent, fatal gas chamber. Fact 20. The unsafe lock RFID hack. You proudly tap your sleek plastic keycard against the electronic door lock, feeling incredibly safe behind a modern wall of digital security. That lock is a terrifying digital illusion. Security experts recently exposed the unsafe lock vulnerability, a catastrophic cryptographic flaw affecting millions of hotel doors worldwide. Using a cheap scanner and any expired room key found in the lobby trash, a hacker can reverse engineer the hotel's encryption in mere seconds. They can instantly generate a master key that silently opens absolutely every single door in the building without leaving a digital trace. You are sleeping behind a high-tech lock that a determined teenager could permanently hack before you even unpack.
20 facts in. Are you starting to realize that your expensive vacation is just a highly funded survival test? You lock the door, check the closet, and think you are finally alone. But you are never truly alone in the hospitality matrix. Whether it is a microscopic bloodsucker hiding in the floorboards or a glowing red lens watching you undress, the hotel always has its eyes on you. Let's finish ruining your precious holiday, shall we?
Fact 21. The door pusher thieves. You lock your deadbolt and assume you are completely secure from the outside world, but what if the door never latched in the first place? Welcome to the analog threat of door pushers. These opportunistic thieves slowly walk down endless resort hallways, methodically pushing every single handle. Due to slight structural misalignments, changes in air pressure, or just a sluggish hydraulic hinge, a massive percentage of hotel doors simply do not click shut when you rush out to the pool. Thieves instantly exploit this physical vulnerability to empty your room of electronics and cash. Major hospitality brands systematically hide these terrifying theft statistics to protect their public image. Your secure fortress is actually wide open. Fact 22. The hidden camera epidemic. You relax in your rental property, completely confident in your absolute privacy. Look closer at the smoke detector. The miniaturization of digital optics has sparked a terrifying global epidemic of unauthorized surveillance. Recent statistical surveys reveal that nearly half of American travelers have personally discovered hidden spy cameras inside their rented accommodations. Bad actors strategically embed microscopic pinhole lenses directly into private spaces, recording your most personal moments onto hidden memory cards. This illegal footage feeds a massive, highly profitable underground data market. Your completely private vacation sanctuary is secretly broadcasting your every move to an anonymous, unseen audience. Fact 23. Infrared night vision spies. You turn off all the lights, thinking total darkness provides a perfect cloak of invisibility against potential spies. You are severely underestimating modern spy technology. The tiny disguised cameras hiding inside your digital alarm clock or USB wall charger are equipped with advanced infrared LED arrays. These invisible light emitters allow the hidden lens to capture crystal clear night vision footage of you sleeping, undressing, or engaging in highly private activities, all while the room appears pitch black to the naked human eye. Without performing a dedicated optical sweep using your smartphone's camera to detect those invisible infrared beams, you are blindly starring in a high-definition horror movie every single night. Fact 24. The 5-star bed bug. You spend a ridiculous amount of money on a luxury resort, confidently believing that premium pricing acts as a magical force field against pests. Bed bugs completely ignore your wealth. Public health registries prove that devastating parasitic infestations plague elite 5-star penthouses just as frequently as cheap roadside motels. These highly opportunistic bloodsuckers are expert hitchhikers, effortlessly traveling across continents deep inside the luggage and clothing of wealthy international tourists. They do not care about the marble floors or the thread count of the sheets. They only care about proximity to a warm, breathing human host. Your incredibly expensive mattress is just a premium dining table for a global parasite. Fact 25. Surviving the chemical spray. If you find a bed bug and complain, management quickly sprays the room and assures you the crisis is averted. They are lying to protect their revenue. Traditional chemical insecticides are notoriously ineffective because they only kill adult bugs. They are completely useless against the microscopic eggs hidden deep inside the wooden baseboards. Unless the hotel invests thousands of dollars to thermally bake the entire room to a lethal temperature, the surviving eggs will inevitably hatch 14 days later. Management simply locks the contaminated door for a week, waits for the chemical smell to fade, and quietly rents that exact same infested bed to the next oblivious traveler. You are just fresh meat in a corporate cycle. Fact 26. The minibar trap. You open the sleek minibar, push a ridiculously expensive bottle of water aside to store your personal medication, and close the door. Congratulations, you just bought that water. Modern minibars are not refrigerators. They are highly aggressive, automated financial traps. They are rigged with incredibly sensitive microswitches, weight sensors, and infrared lasers directly wired to your final billing profile. The exact second you lift a candy bar to check the calories or simply shift a can of soda, the system instantly charges your credit card. Hotel managers quietly admit that the vast majority of these automated microtransactions are entirely accidental. You are literally being financially penalized just for touching things. Fact 27. The fake star rating. You proudly book a 5-star hotel, blindly trusting that those glowing golden stars guarantee impeccable hygiene and flawless safety protocols. It is a brilliant marketing illusion. The global star rating system is deeply fragmented and totally unregulated. An online booking agency can automatically generate a prestigious 5-star rating based entirely on easily manipulated user reviews. More importantly, official ratings almost exclusively measure the presence of specific physical amenities, like offering 24-hour room service, a heated swimming pool, or a valet. The stars have absolutely nothing to do with sanitation standards or microbial loads. You are paying for a shiny bathrobe, not a biologically clean environment. Fact 28. The third-party penalty. You consider yourself a savvy traveler because you scored an amazing discount on a popular booking website. The hotel administration absolutely hates you. When you book through a third-party aggregator, the hotel is forced to surrender up to 25% of their profit in commission fees. To compensate for this financial loss, the reservation algorithm mathematically prioritizes you for the worst possible accommodations. You are permanently banished to the incredibly noisy rooms directly next to the grinding elevator shaft, the roaring ice machine, or the rooms staring at a solid brick wall. You thought you outsmarted the system, but the corporate matrix quietly punished you for being cheap. Enjoy your terrible view. Fact 29. Front desk revenge. You march up to the front desk, loudly demanding an early check-in and aggressively insulting the tired receptionist. You just made a massive tactical error. The front desk agent is the absolute gatekeeper of your entire vacation experience. While your reservation guarantees a bed, the exact geographical location of that bed is entirely up to their personal discretion. Arrogant, screaming guests are systematically targeted with petty corporate revenge. With a single click, the receptionist will intentionally assign you the smallest, most uncomfortable room in the entire building, strategically placed next to the loud exhaust vents. Conversely, a $20 tip and basic human decency could magically unlock a corner suite. Fact 30. The breakfast buffet illusion. You happily wander down to the lobby for the complimentary hot breakfast, loading your plate with bright yellow scrambled eggs. That luxurious buffet is a masterpiece of culinary recycling. Those perfectly uniform eggs are typically rehydrated, chemical-laden industrial powder that has been sitting in a warm plastic bag for a year. Worse, the leftover food from the expensive hotel restaurant the night before is frequently repurposed, smothered in heavy sauces, and quietly served to the budget-conscious morning crowd. The handle of the communal waffle maker is touched by hundreds of unwashed, freshly awakened hands, making it a super spreader for the norovirus. Your free breakfast is a highly efficient biological hazard. And there it is, 30 undeniable proofs that the hospitality industry is a beautifully decorated biological nightmare. You cannot escape the microscopic reality, so stop pretending that a tiny mint on your pillow means you are safe. If we shattered your travel illusions, hit like and subscribe. Also, listen closely. We just launched a brand new channel exposing the dark historical myths your high school textbooks completely lied about. The link is in the pinned comment. Go click it and subscribe right now before history repeats itself. Finally, comment the word checkout so we know who survived to the very end. Stay cynical and good luck out there.